All right, I'm back.
Welcome, mate.
And just got done showing Mama Strife how to do the multi-stream.
Mmm.
Her thing's being weird. It won't let her chat through the multi-stream. It keeps telling her to log in, and then it keeps telling her, it says logged in, refresh page to be able to chat, and then it tells her it's like, oh, the login window was blocked via pop-up block. Hi, Strawberry.
Hey, Strawberry.
All right, so are we ready to do this, though?
Yes.
Are we ready to do the thing?
The thing.
The thing. At least you actually know what the thing is.
Yes, this time I know what the thing is compared to Chrono Trigger where I don't.
All right, so let's do this proper. Ladies and gentlemen, please attention to we. All right, boys and girls, Zella and I are back to do more Final Fantasy 14. But before we get into that, let's say hi to Zell. Hi, Zell.
Hello, hello, my blazes. More Final Fantasy 14 Revisitation. This time post ARR shit.
Alright, so for those who don't know, in case point of Strawberry, um, we'll do just a quick sum up here. So basically, Zell decided a while ago that she wanted to start streaming Final Fantasy 14, and she wanted to start basically at like patch 7.2. It's just like, yeah, your first FF14 stream is going to be patchwork content. So, me and my dumb, blonde, male ego, chauvinistic, stupid ass, I don't know how much of this actually apply, I'm just throwing out words at this point, decided, well, hey, I started streaming 14 with Shadowbringer, so I got a lot of the early game content that I'm missing. I would love to go back and do it. So how about, we pair up so this way we're revisiting the old content with friends and hopefully we're not feeling so bleh about doing the old content again and just try and get everything up there. So we're streaming together through at least Stormblood content, and then Zell will be able to decide when she wants to stream on her own to get Shadowbringers and beyond, as I've already got that, but I will still be running with her, so she won't be by herself trying to do it. And we may possibly be able to rope Rain into some of it too. Um, that being said, we've completed all of the base ARR content. We did that last time. And now we're going to be doing patchwork stuff, but we also are going to be doing a little bit of extra stuff. Basically, stuff that kind of does fit in place of the story. So, not like extra dungeons like Pharaoh Cirrus or Halatali Hard mode or whatever. We're just doing stuff that does play some type of role to the story moving forward, especially with some of the changes they made for Shadowbringers and making the Crystal Tower series a requirement. That being said, Zell, what the hell are we doing today?
We are going to be, at the very least, we're going to be doing the Coils of Bahamut raid series and story. If we have time, we'll be doing the Crystal Tower stuff too. But that's only if we have time, because I know that the coils is a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yep, coils can be a lot. We are doing it unsynced through New Game Plus just because it can be done. The Alliance stuff may take a little extra time just because while those can be unsynced, if you can at least get one person per party, there are some mechanics from those dungeons that do require a minimum of 5 people.
Yeah.
You are hearing everyone twice. You may need to mute because of your problem. You may need to mute me on the Twitch page, and then just listen through the multi-stream, or turn the volume very, very low on the Twitch page, and then just listen through the multi-stream. But yeah, so the only thing we're covering for ARR contact as far as patchwork is the coils and Crystal Tower series, and then we'll be jumping into story content to progress towards Heaven's Ward. To replicate our experience, our first-time experience as best we can, considering New Game Plus, Zell played Summoner all the way up until she got to at least level 50 and was able to switch to Red Mage, and so Nocta will be Red Maging all the way through. Unless she decides to switch it up, I don't know. It's however Zell decides she wants to best capture her revisitation experience. As for me, I'm playing it the way I remember it and only using classes that were available at the time of the content. So for ARR content, I am only using classes that were introduced in ARR. When we get to Heaven's Ward, I will then also start circulating through the classes that were available in Heaven's Ward. So anyway. So, and just to kind of give the freshiest of fresh experiences that Zell and Rain have grown to love because of the torment that it brings me, I will use the random wheel to determine what class I run on each coil. Now, that's not that big of a drawback considering we're doing this unsynced, but it's going to be completely random. So there's going to be a slight element of ooh, wow, ooh, that's going to suck.
Alrighty.
So let me just get the wheel set up here just real quick, since there's not many classes to throw on here. And then when we open up our first one, technically, I will spin the wheel and decide what I'm running. The Wheel of Fate.
Yep.
So the only classes I can choose from, or the wheel can choose from, are Bard, Black Mage, Dragoon, Monk, Ninja, Paladin, Scholar, Summoner, Warrior, White Mage. So... Alright, so go ahead and flip over to main screen here, and we'll get to enjoy this, because when I was playing this with Mama Strife's character to let her kind of decide how it was played, I just basically acted as her controller. This was not content I got to explore with her, so this will be fun for her, because it's new content for her.
Yeah.
So let's get over here, since New Game Plus is finicky as hell.
Yes, correct.
Alright, so in order to get to the thing, you want to open your New Game Plus menu and then tab over to the next icon for Raid section.
Yep.
And click Binding Coil.
Binding Coil.
How are you, Strawberry? Alright, so Primal Awakening.
Braverton!
Braverton! To the Waking Sands.
Yeah.
Nymphelia, we miss you. And I will provide the free teleport since I have Aetheryte tickets for days.
Yeah. What will...
I got 737 of them left. And yay, we can utilize the flying now.
Yep, we can. Flying!
Because we've progressed that far. And if you really wanted to truly replicate your ARR experience, you'd still only do mounts, because flying wasn't introduced until Heaven's Ward.
Nah.
What the hell are you writing, Nocta?
One of the, this is the, Loperate, Beast Tribe mount.
Oh, the music maker. I don't think I've seen it fly before, so it's just like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, just whee!
Arianje. Pretty sure it's you. We talked to you? Yep.
Hello,
I miss 14. Hopefully soon I can play again. Yeah. Hey, if you ever need help going through stuff, I volunteer as tribute. Primal Awakening. Ready?
Yep.
When the scenery moon did wane, there sounded a blood-curdling roar. A new primal had roused, the portents gave us to believe, one whose identity yet lieth beyond our ken. By thy hand 3 primals have since been vanquished, and as each returned to the aether, 'twas observed that tremors foreshadowing this fourth grew in strength and frequency both. The being doth quicken, and in time it shall become a scourge upon the land, or scourge. Yet even as we pondered a course of action, a benevolent soul did arise, one who would forestall this threat. Though she be tender in years, she is true of heart and steadfast of resolve. She would solicit thine aid, if thou art willing to proffer it. Lest thou wonder, this maiden is of our order. Thus did the antecedent straightways consent, that thou shouldest assist her howsoever thou mayest. God, his tongue hurts. As soon as thou art able, hither to Wineport, where thy petitioner doth await thee even now. Thou shalt for a certainty find her visage strikingly familiar. Alright, go outside, teleport. Yep. Nocta can ride me. I mean, my teleport. I know that sounds very, very terrible, but if you knew roleplay Nocta, you'd understand.
This is correct.
To Wineport.
I wonder who this could be.
Alpha now? I think there's a glitch in your name. Would you like to voice Alice?
Sure. Sure, why not? It has been a while, adventurer. As I recall, my brother Alphino took the liberty of introducing us when first and last we met. But for the sake of propriety?
Or propriety.
Alize Levier, I thank you for coming. I have heard much and more of your exploits. By your hand the Black Wolf is slain and his ultimate weapon destroyed. You are possessed of great strength and courage, that much is plain. I shall have need of one such as you, if I am to see my mission through to its conclusion. Nod. As you may be aware, the violence of Dalamud's fall changed not only the face of the realm, but also the base of the realm. Specifically, it played havoc with the etheric currents, creating vast confluences of ether below the surface. Among other phenomena, this led to the formation of subterranean caverns at key points of stress.
And Strawberry says, lol, call back to the future.
Call back to the future. One such cavern lies beneath Castrum Ocidins, and extends to only the gods know where. Despite appearances, Castrum Ocidins is as much a research facility as it is a fortress. Gaius van Belsor chose the site for no other reason than to probe the caverns without interference. As you went about vanquishing the returned primals, I observed a repeating wave pattern in the ether, corresponding exactly to the dates on which you were reported to have felled Ifrit, Titan, and Garuda. Upon closer examination, it became clear that these unique waveforms emanated from deep beneath the aforementioned stronghold. Crucially, I recorded the same pattern during the recent celebrations, and have since been given to understand that this phenomenon bears a disquieting similarity to one observed shortly prior to the calamity.
My brother and I at least got the story up to the part of Post and Walker before we had to stop. Well, you're not far behind.
Yeah. 5 years ago, my grandfather invoked the power of the 12 that he might contain Bahamut. Alas, his efforts failed, and he vanished together with his foe. I would know the truth of what transpired that day, of grandfather's fate, and of the metamorphosis that swept across the land. In casting light upon these mysteries, we will find a way to cure what ails this world. It is my belief that the answers I seek lie hid within the depths of the cavern. I would have you accompany me on an expedition to find them, Strife and Nocta. If truth be told, I am not wont to rely upon others, and have thus far handled matters alone. Yet I am not blind to my limitations. Unescorted, I cannot hope to succeed in this endeavor.
Oh no, Strawberry. Nobody says, that reminds me, we lost our house. We had done so much to it. I managed to craft stuff for it too.
Oh no!
Now, if you want another house, you gotta deal with the house lottery roulette.
Yep.
The good news is your crafted stuff should be salvageable from the salvager, but getting a new house, that could be a pain.
No. I swore that I would find a way to restore peace to Eorzea. If you desire the self-same, then aid me, as you aided my brother in the Scions. Sure.
Nod.
I am in your debt. You are a man and woman of action, and I sense that we will accomplish much together. But let us not waste any more time. As I mentioned, Castrum Ocidens straddles the cavern I wish to explore. If I am to have a hope of reaching it alive, I will need you to infiltrate the stronghold first and locate a path into the depths. Once you have done so, pray report your success to Storm Private... Oh my dear lord. It looks like a keywords match.
Jabroka?
Jabroka. You may consider her my assistant here in Wineport.
What the hell did you do, Jabroka?
I have every faith that you will not fail me. 12 speed you on your way, Strife and Nocta.
Oh, apparently they had to do the lottery to get their... Strawberry had to do the lottery to get their house to begin with, so...
Oh, I see.
Now you get to do it again!
Turtle!
Ramu Pony!
I'm just very quickly gonna go into... that?
Make sure your cutscenes are on.
Correct. Hi, guys!
Oh no. Two
What's up?
level 50s. Whatever will we do?
Ignore them, because they're ignoring us.
God. Fondle, 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 fondle. Fight your way through Castrum Ocidens. So yeah, that was a hard fight, Nocta. We barely made it.
I know, right?
All right, back to Jabroka, and let's try not to jabrake her. I don't think that would make the
Jabroka! E. Do you want me to take her, or do you want to take her?
What do you want to do?
You read.
I've been expecting you, Nocta and Strife. By your coming, I take it you have successfully located the cavern entrance inside Castrum Ocidens? So that's where it's to be found. Marvelous! Oh, but allow me to properly introduce myself. Jabroka is my name, and breaking people is my game, and it is my honor to serve Lady Alizé. Though, for reasons of convenience at present, I also serve the Maelstrom, hence why I like breaking things. This uniform accords me certain privileges, you see. In particular, ready access to the Maelstrom's regional scouting reports. They provide a wealth of local knowledge, including information on secret passages. But enough about me. I shall notify Lady Alizé of your discovery, that she may prepare for the expedition. Though I don't doubt your abilities, none can say what dangers lurk beneath Castrum Ocidens. For my lady's sake, as well as your own, please spare neither preparation nor caution. Pray choose your companions well.
And then we get to fight.
So now we get to do this, and then we go back to Urianger for the next part. So, I mean, things are going good for Strawberry in real life, Mama Strife. It's her housing stuff in the game that sucks. So what do I get to suffer with for the first one? Well, okay then.
Wow. Summoner.
Alright, so we're gonna do this through unsync just to make it less painful for us.
Mm-hmm.
We're going binding coil. Ready?
Yep.
My brother will just be sent on Gil mail duty, making duty again. He made all the money for the house.
My eyes.
Just kind of looking around. There's so much gold.
There's so much gold. Oop.
Cutscene.
Ready?
Yep.
The scars left by the calamity. I can scarce breathe for the surfeit of ether. Tell me, have you ever seen corrupted crystals such as these?
Such as these? No. Corruptus crystals? Yes.
Such crystals manifested across the realm when the course of the great river of ether was
Irrevocably.
irrevocably altered 5 years ago. Behold, one of the objects that caused that alteration. A fragment of the lesser moon, Dalmud. Agent Alleg created Dalmud, or Meteor, to use the Garlean name, to serve as a celestial prison for Bahamut. Its fall inflicted grievous wounds upon the land, wounds that have yet to heal, as is evident from the corrupted crystals. Oh no, enemy.
Beep, boop, boop.
Amazing. Dalamud's internal defenses still function in spite of everything. A testament to the ingenuity of the Allegans. The
Oh
girl...
shit, I need to eat and go to work. Alright, have a good one, Strawberry.
See
Have
you,
a good day at work.
Strawberry! The Garleans seek to appropriate their advanced technology, I'm certain of it. We are about to come face to face with secrets that have long lain buried within the sands of time.
Prince of Persia?
Great dangers may lie beyond, but we have come too far to turn back. The truth of the calamity is within reach.
Dun, 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 dun. Meteor fissure. It's the ADS.
And... fall.
Overkill.
No kill like overkill.
The Aetheroacoustic exploratory site. More cutscene.
Yep, more cutscenes.
God, that is so freaking bright, but it's cool.
Yeah, it's bright but cool. God's preserve. Dark wings that would engulf the very heavens. These could only belong to Bahamut. The primal who laid Eorzea to waste 5 years ago. At Cartano, my grandfather sought to imprison Bahamut anew by invoking the power of the 12. Alas, the dread worm proved too powerful, and he soon broke free of his confines. Yet instead of resuming the destruction he had begun, Bahamut vanished. Whither to, no one knew, until this day. But I do not understand. If Bahamut is truly a primal, how is that he retains his physical form?
Maybe that could be what it was absorbing to retain.
Did grandfather defeat him? Or is there some other explanation? We must press on if we are to learn the truth. Okay.
Let us go!
Hi!
Huh?
Huh? Jeez, look how big that wing is. It's huge.
Yeah, that's freaking huge, dude.
Yeah. Hi, guys!
Bye!
Eh.
Ding, 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 ding.
Burp!
Bye!
Eh. Pop. And... pop.
Overkill. It's a golem!
No, it's not.
Wow, dark matter don't equal shit. No promises, Mama. If my last 2 days at work are anything to go by, at least give them a chance, Strife. They get one free hit. Is that fair enough? But I can't guarantee anything for on Noctis side.
No. Kill them. Kill them all. Cutscene. Ah. Snook.
Remember when this guy was terrifying? Because I don't.
I don't either. Alrighty. Fall. There we go. Took one hit each.
Duty complete.
Not.
Not worried about the coffers.
Neither am I.
Binding Coil of Bahamut turn 1 has ended. So
What are you running next?
for turn 2. Oh. Okay. Really making me do that one. Well, playing by my rules.
Ah.
Le Black Mage. Alright. Turn 2.
Let's go.
Imperial exploratory site, 912 yams beneath the surface.
Yep.
Which I keep forgetting what's yams and moms. Like, what does that measure in, like, inches and feet?
I have no idea. Alrighty. Time to kill. Nice.
I'm going left.
Alright.
Oh, and yours led you over here, right?
Yeah.
Well, at least this place isn't as bright as the first one.
It's darker, yeah, which I appreciate.
Another ADS.
Oh wow,
Duty
that's it.
complete.
That was
Yep.
quick.
Yeah, really short. I mean, I think the only other thing we could really do is just, like, explore the other areas, but just to kind of show them off, but simple enough. Out we go.
God damn it, Tiana.
All right, before we do that, I actually want to answer that question real quick here. Okay, so an ilm is inch, foam is 12 ims, basically a foot. Yam is 1 yard, and mom is a mile. Since I hear ilm so infrequently, and foam I don't think I've actually heard used very often. So yam is yards, and moms are miles.
Mm,
If that helps.
then we went far underground.
Right then.
What shall it be? What does survey say next? El Scala.
All right. So binding coil 3.
Oh no, is this the one with all the jump?
I think so.
Or, oh no, this is the lift one first. No, wait, no it's not. It's the jump one. I was right. Fuck.
Engine room, 1,233 yams.
Oh gosh.
So that we're 1,233 yards underground.
Apparently.
I vaguely remember how to do this one.
Whee. Hi guys, what's up?
So 2 teleporters. I think we want to take this one.
Yeah, it is, because it has the circle there. I believe down.
Leave this one.
Yes.
Whee! And then we step on this one to go down. Crackly crunch. I have to mess with this terminal to deactivate the barrier.
And then I believe it's that way, yeah. It was just like, no, I will not work for you. I think that sends you back up. Or no, it sends you down. Oh. Ow. Whee!
I believe here to go across.
Nice.
Bye-bye. Whee!
Whee!
It always gives you that slight thing of you're about to come back onto the other platform. So I believe we want this one.
I believe over this way? No.
Wait for you to come back down.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Snap, crackle, and pop, yo.
Mm-hmm.
So that should activate this and deactivate that barrier. Oh. Sends us back here, and now...
Whee!
Whee! Hey guys. Bye guys. I believe we actually do want this one.
Yes.
Always trying to remember which ones do you think will actually push you on versus which ones will send you back up. I believe we
Yeah.
want this one. Whee! Hi guys. Do, do, do. I don't think that's the one we wanted.
Hmm.
Nope, that is the one that we wanted. Well, we both made that mistake at one point, so why not?
Yeah. This part is always tricky.
It's tricky, 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 tricky.
I believe that sends us back over, so I want to take a wager and say it's this one. But I'll wait.
Chum.
I believe it's this one, right?
Yep. This should be the last thing we need to do.
Yeah. Duty complete. Wow. Just jumping puzzle in the game.
Jumping puzzles, the dungeon.
Yeah.
That's all that was. Alright, so... What fun do I get for the next one? Yay! Not something magic-based.
Got eaten.
Turn 4.
Now this is the left one. Oh, there's no cutscene.
Not yet. So
Oh.
you can kind of look around.
Yeah, but...
But- Drive cylinder, 1,524 yams below the surface. I guess that makes sense. Yams, yards, moms, miles.
Yeah, that does make sense. Alrighty!
Oh crap, I forgot my tank stance! I'm pretty sure I just killed that with an auto attack.
Probably. Oh.
Bye-bye. And that's the end of turn 4. Like I said, these things are hella short when you can unsync them. It's more story than anything.
Yeah.
I believe it's the silent terminal to get out.
Yes.
I got to enjoy my physical for a little bit.
Yep.
Fucking sends me back to Magic Watch.
From one tank to the other.
And the final part of this one.
Oh.
These places were pretty cool.
Yeah.
Central core, 1,910 yards below the surface.
Oh dear lord.
If you're claustrophobic, even as spacious as this feels, that's still going to be terrifying.
Yeah.
Just knowing you're that far down.
Ow. Oh.
The right hand of Bahamut is where we're at.
This is going rather more smoothly than I expected. It is indeed convenient to have a hero on hand. Gods, that the cavern should open up again even at this depth. Huh. This resembles a finger. As it is a finger. And so it should. This is Bahamut's hand. As with the wings, it seems to be frozen, and for that I count my blessings. But again, I find myself wondering, how is it able to retain physical form? I had assumed that Bahamut's reversion to ether was the cause of the widespread changes to the realm, but if he is still here, then that theory no longer holds. What was it, then, that brought about the realm's sudden regeneration? There is still so much we do not know about Cartano.
Tell us about it.
I haven't the slightest inkling how deep these caverns run, but we must continue. Okay.
The sad part is unsynced, it is still possible to wipe in here.
Oh my goodness.
If you don't know what you're doing.
Oh.
We got dragons. We finally got dragons, not machines.
Hi, Twitania.
I have that mount.
I do too. Twitania. There we go.
Okay.
No, we will not do mechanics today.
Screw your mechanics. We're here for the story.
Yeah,
That's why we wait 3 years to do it.
Yeah.
The binding coil of Bahamut complete.
Yippee! Yippee!
Yay! A wiener is us.
A wiener is us, yes.
The Ragnarok.
Alrighty.
Alright,
Pray return!
To the Waking Sands to do the next part. Mechanics? What are those?
Yeah.
Mechanics? Those are for cars.
I hate that saying.
Well, at this early point in the game,
Odd.
with everything we're doing.
Yeah. I hate that saying when it's synced. When it's a synced fight and someone's like, mechanics are for cars, I'm like,
What are raiders? A miserable little pile of mechanics.
yeah.
But enough talk. How about you?
Whee! Ah. Oof. Hi, Alize. You're here too. Nice.
You may view the opening cutscene for the Binding Coil of Bahamut before accepting this quest. Oh, maybe we did them out of order. Alright, so... Yeah, we've already watched this one. Full glad am I for thy safe return. Lady Alize hath appraised me on thy many experiences. As thou wilt doubtless be aware, Master Louis Soir was my lady's grandsire. Gravely concerned was I for her safety, but 'twould seem I need not have been so. With all my heart I do thank thee for watching over her. But come, thou must speak with Mistress Alize upon that which transpired within the binding coil. May it serve to bring us closer to the truth of the calamity. I is ready.
Okay. Shall we begin then? Uriel and Jay, I understand you have a report of your own to share with us.
Ay, my lady, even as thou didst emerge from the depths, an etheric disturbance betokening primal activity was observed. In Mordona was it marked first. By comparison of time and magnitude, we have since deduced its origin, the Cottonelle Flats.
Strange. There have been no reports of primal activity in that region. It could only have been Bahamut. That would certainly explain how we came to be in northern Fenland somehow. The cavern took us all the way from Vilbrin to the heart of Aldenard.
Aldebaran.
I got there eventually.
'Twould seem so, my lady.
It is all but certain, then, after Bahamut disappeared 5 years ago, he hid himself deep beneath Cartano, and has since lain dormant, regenerating.
Ay, my lady. Taken together with thine own account of Bahamut's continued presence, the land's slowness to heal, and the disorder of the etheric currents do point to one conclusion. Bahamut stirreth. If left unchecked, the primal shall drink of Eorzea's life force till he doth waken to ruin upon the land. Yeah, let us go.
You
We're
got
gonna
it.
smack around the primate.
Rest assured, I do not mean to give up, Strife and Nocta. Bahamut may still live, but so too does Grandfather. For the past 5 years he has been keeping vigil over his nemesis, making certain that the primal does not escape.
Master Louisoix doth yet live? I durst not hope. And thou art certain 'twas not mere manifestation of thine all too sorely felt grief?
I know how desperate this may sound, Urianger, but I saw him with my own 2 eyes, as did Strife and Nocta. But he vanished deeper into the labyrinth before we had a chance to speak. 2 more like fragments of Dalamud pierced the earth when the lesser moon fell. One we have seen. If we can but find the other 2, I am certain that we will find Grandfather as well.
If thou so believest, my lady, then I too shall have faith. If it please you, I shall notify the grand companies of this development. All Eorzea must stand united if we are to avert a repeat of the calamity.
That will not be necessary, Urianger. Being the great, consolidator that he is, Alphinaud will seek to unite Eorzea of his own accord. If rumors are true, that endeavor is already well underway. So let us leave the diplomacy to the diplomat, while we continue our investigation of Bahamut. I swear to you, no matter what it takes, we will find my grandfather and uncover the whole truth of the calamity. Strife, Nocta, you have heard me swear to do these things, but without your strength I cannot hope to make good on my word. The danger to Eorzea is not past. For the sake of all who abide here, I pray that you will ever be our sword in the darkness. Nod.
And on to the next part. Another turn in the coil. Ready?
Yep.
A crystal-choked abyss lie beneath the Cartano Flats, the unholy cradle of an elder primal, and by thy hand where truths great and terrible rested from those once celestial depths. Yet, as is oft the case, an answer doth breed a profusion of questions, and the unknown doth beckon with irresistible allure. Ne'er have the mysteries of the red moon lain so neatly within our grasp. Lady Alisaie hath sent word of her coming. 'Tis time once more to brave the precipice, and leap unflinching into the jagged wound that doth gape beneath the land.
Mine apologies. I trust I have not kept you waiting over long.
No, you just left. I'm surprised you're back.
Yeah. Strife, Nocta, I am both delighted and reassured to have you at my side once more.
We haven't had a chance to leave.
Yeah. Yeah. I would not waste your time with trivialities. Let us proceed directly to the discussion of that which we have learned, and that which we hope to learn anon. Initially, it was evidence of a new primal that led us to delve into the cavern beneath Castrum Occidens, and to explore the subterranean scars left after the fall of Dalamud. As you will well recall, what we found was a vast, largely intact fragment of the fallen satellite, and within the depths of that structure we discovered not the new primal we had expected, but the broken form of Bahamut himself. Yet even this great revelation would soon be overshadowed by the appearance of my own dear grandfather.
I have since shared our sundry findings with Rambros, preeminent scholar of the Sons of St. Quanach, and he, in turn, did kindly furnish me with his theory concerning the Elder Primal's Allegan prison. 'Twould seem that Dalamon was constructed to gather unto itself the rays of the sun, and thence channel this radiant bounty unto the Crystal Tower. The ancients saw great potential in Bahamut's capacity to manipulate energies of otherwise unmanageable magnitude. 'Twas for this reason that they did bind him within the Red Moon to serve as its living core.
Do you remember the sight that greeted us at the culmination of our journey? The colossal devices that surrounded and seemed to cradle the incomplete form of the Elder Primal? From the information provided to us by the Sons of St. Quanach, we have learned that these contraptions were turned interminate hulks, and that each bore the resignation Ragnarok class. Blech. Words jumbling. The purpose of these hulks is believed to be twofold. First, they are meant to act as binding coils, rendering Bahamut incapable of escape. And second, they are meant to feed him. Perversely. The self-same energy which prevents him from moving also serves to sustain his corporeal manifestation. Bahamut is permitted neither to die nor to truly live. He merely is allowed to be.
For century upon century was the Elder Primal thus imprisoned, bound about in fetters so subtle in their working, and yet so adamant that though his cell be destroyed, Bahamut lieth yet at the mercy of his long-departed captors.
It has long been held that the primals require the prayers of their faithful followers to exist. Yet none alive worship Bahamut. Could it be then that the Algans found a way to simulate prayer itself? It seems the only logical explanation. I would postulate, therefore, that the regenerative mechanisms in question also supply something akin to the power of prayer. Consequently, if all of the intermittent hulks were to be rendered inactive, Bahamut should dissolve into ether.
Upon the evidence of thy previous foray, we determined that the Elder Primal is sustained by 3 such binding coils. Thus did we commence to scour the realm, and found in the Twelveswood an as of yet unexplored fragment of the Lesser Moon bearing a most familiar etheric signature.
And after conducting a preliminary investigation, we believe we have discovered a point from which this North Shroud fragment and the second of the intermittent hulks can be entered. As Eorzeus sword in the darkness, I would have you once more lead the charge. I will, of course, be there at your side.
Yay!
Arianji is like, what the fuck you say? Once you have made your preparations, head to Fall Gourd Float and make yourself known to my assistant, Serpent Lieutenant Anale. The fallen fragment is not far from the settlement, and her position provides a convenient rendezvous point.
Rendezvous.
Yeah. Words. I will break these Allegan fetters, for they bind my grandfather as surely as they bind Bahamut.
Okay, there is something I want to try real quick. Okay, so I think we may have to exit New Game Plus for this, but there is something I would like to check. So we're going to exit out here real quick. Words suck. Yes, they do,
Words
Strawberry.
suck. Yes, correct.
We'll go ahead and go to New Gridania. Because there was supposed to be a cutscene after we finished the first one, but with it being New Game Plus, I don't think we got to see it. So, but I don't think I want to double check and see if it's actually there in the Unending Journey, so we can get that for story too. Because they're saying we saw it, but we only saw one glimpse of him.
Yeah.
But I think we may have to exit New Game Plus in order to access that one. So,
Well, wait to find out.
yep. Don't tell anyone, but I'm lurking at work. I won't tell if you won't.
Yep, unable to do that during New Game Plus.
Okay, so we suspend New Game Plus, so this way we don't lose our progress. And then...
Doo-doo-doo. Bahamut. Um...
Nope, there's only one cutscene there, so...
Well, there are two, technically. But...
Yeah, but that's literally the end of it. I do remember that particular cutscene.
Hmm.
Yeah, because literally the caption of it is having banished the Elder Primal. So... Alright. I just wanted to check. Not seeing anything else. Just double checking here. Okay, yep. Actually, maybe. Figure I might have found a way for it. Okay, so there's the intro. Okay, I can actually check these. Okay, so intro, mid, thing, there. That'll probably be the boss introduction. Yep, that's the boss introduction for the first turn. So the last one will probably be his death. Nothing outside of that one. Yep, just confirming to make sure we didn't miss anything. So inside the last tile for A Realm Reborn duties, you want to scroll down
Yeah.
till you find the coils,
I found it.
and you can view the cutscenes that played. So that would probably be entry and destruction. Just confirm the destruction part just to make sure. Yep. All right, so turn 3, that was the jump puzzle, no cutscene there. Turn 4, the elevator, arrival and exit. Want to confirm the exit part. Yep. Alright, so turn 5 had a lot more cutscenes, so... I think cutscene 3 is the arrival of Twintania. Yep, arrival of Twintania. And that'll be... Cutscene 4 will probably be the Twintania's defeat. Yep. So there were 2 cutscenes after. So we'll go cutscene 5. of
Cutscene 5?
Binding Coil Turn 5.
Okay. Play.
So this basically is what happened before we just did everything with Alexander and Jay.
Yeah. This contraption, is it used to control the saturation of ether? I suppose there's only one way to find out.
Knew there was more cutscenes.
Yeah. I'm like, this feels incomplete.
Yeah.
The dragon you vanquished earlier, doubtless you noticed the peculiar contraption around its neck. It was like the receptor of some description used to enslave the creature. Ancient Alag possessed the means to control dragons, it would seem. The Asgardians would kill for this knowledge, though to be sure, it could as easily be brought to bear against them. An army of dragons could turn the tide of any battle, as the Garleans once learned to their sorrow. I would not be the least bit surprised if they now sought to exploit this power. Whatever their plans, this serves as another reminder of the might of the Allagans. One cannot help but wonder how so advanced a civilization came to fall.
No, it doesn't give you all the cutscenes, but it does. I guess it does allow you to do the stuff leading up to stuff, and you got to get a little creative to go see the old stuff in its full form, I guess. Shame. Seems like if you want all the story in one sitting, you need to make a new character. Yeah, but I just don't got that kind of time. This is a person with like not 8 alls that are progressing them through, but yeah, let's not worry about that. We're still able to get it to some degree.
Yeah.
You just got to be a little creative with how you get to it.
Yeah.
Because I'm addicted to making them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've got 10 technically if you count the character I did for Mama Strife. Rain's got at least 16 that he actively uses. God knows how many Zell's got.
No comment.
All right, how many of them are you actively using?
Not as many as I probably should.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of them
All
are
right.
in
So,
limbo.
all right. I'm at the next spoken line by LSA.
Gods be good.
I'm sitting at 13 or 14, I think, says Strawberry. So this was the
Oh,
contraption Alice was talking
hi.
about that looked like it was feeding Bahamut.
Yes. This is Bahamut's head.
Of the 10 I have, I think I'm actively using 9. Because Mama Strife's character has been on a little bit of a hiatus.
And that enormous crystal. It pulsates as if it were a heart. Then the primal that had awakened. Was Bahamut all this time? No. No, no, no! This cannot be true. This would mean their grandfather died for naught.
2 on my own, and then 1 I made to play with the hubby.
Confound it. We do not know enough to strike at it now. We must withdraw. Nod. Who? Who is that? No. It can't be. Grandfather? Is it truly you?
Wah, 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 wah. Smile.
No. Don't leave me again. Please. Grandfather! I think Discord censored me.
Just a little. It doesn't like high volume.
No, it does not.
Rain's not here to do this, so I gotta do it. My hubby and brother decided to make the sluttiest characters they could, and so the Slut Squad was born, and I was taken along for the ride. Oh, that's so good.
Oh my goodness.
Really? Number one?
Yeah. I know. We can do no more for now. And then 6.
Yep, cutscene number 6, and then we can go to resume and go to North Shroud to begin the next set. Just before we go back to Waking Sands for the last part, we'll stop by the end to check to make sure we didn't miss anything.
Yeah. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
But this looks like...
Northern Tunneling.
How did we come to be in Northern Thanalan of all places?
Strife, you need to make a counter for him for how often I get modded.
Oh, but such details matter little. Grandfather's alive, Strife Nocta. Bahamut did not defeat him. But why won't he return to us? I don't understand.
Maybe he can't.
This expedition has yielded more questions than it did answers. At any rate, we would both be better for a rest. Let us return to the Waking Sands and reflect upon what we have seen.
Pray return to the Waking Sands!
Yep. Thank you, Strife, Nocta. Without you, none of this would have been possible. Both, I agree, Riley, yes.
No. Oh no! Okay.
I had the same thing happen to me.
I had a Pokeball for a second. It's like, what the hell? No! Not Pokeball! Alright, so... we can resume New Game Plus. And then make sure you're resumed before I teleport us.
Resumed?
And then off to North Shroud.
Riley.
Where they get a little more Erd on this one. Especially the last one.
Yeah.
And I am... Strife Eclipse? Noctiluna. I have been expecting you. My name is Anael. I have been accorded the rank of lieutenant within the Order of the Twin Adder that I may better assist Lady Alize with her endeavors here in the Twelveswood. Such authorities have allowed me to act without interference from the local soldiery and to conduct a preliminary investigation of the Alder Springs fragment. From what we have seen of the exterior, the structure shares many common features with the one you explored in Lenosha, and likely plays host to a similar complement of guardians. But I fear words alone will do little to prepare you for what lies ahead. Pray seek out my comrade to the south and west. He is charged with observing all that occurs in the vicinity of the fragment, and will be well placed to show you the thing, if nothing less. The thing?
The thing!
Even Final does the thing? I think I'm stuck.
Yep, stuck. Oh no. There we go.
The camera goes weird.
Yep. Wee. Bop.
So, where is this fragment? Oh, nothing? It's hard to tell with all this fog. What business brings you to this broken land? Unless you fancy being ground to bloody pulp under the granite fist of a wandering golem, I suggest you bugger off. Oh, my apologies, sir, madam. Lady Alize did send word of your impending arrival, but 'twould seem I've grown rather too accustomed to shooing away curious sellswords and reckless explorers. Behold, if you will, one of the fallen shards of the Red Moon Dalamund. Our initial survey uncovered no evidence of the Empire's presence, which, while fortunate in itself, meant that the approach to the fragment had yet to be cleared. After much effort, however, we succeeded in carving out a semblance of a path which should grant you access to the entrance, and that, I'm afraid, is where our progress ended. The interior? Well, assuming that the architecture of this hulk resembles the first, the master controls you seek will be located on the bottommost layer, past all the indigenous and deadly defenses of which the ancient elegants seem so indecently fond of. If you would know more, I'm afraid there's nothing more for it but to brave the depths of the fragment yourself. Lady Alize will soon be arriving at Falgord. Pray do not tarry on your way back to the lieutenant's post. I imagine our young mistress will be most eager to commence the expedition. Oh, now the fog clears.
Yeah, I know, right?
The road ahead promises peril aplenty, and I would humbly suggest this is not the occasion to stint on preparation or provisions. May the 12 watch over you. At least he's serious about keeping fools safe, but maybe look before you shoot?
Yeah. I guess.
Nobody looks before they shoot, Strawberry. You are demanding an impossible endeavor. Cutscene. Master Eclipse. Mistress Luna. I trust the private's explanation was worth the journey? Yeah, you could say that. Although he did shoot me just a little too much. Simply securing an approach to the fragment's entrance proved a monumental task. I dare not think what defeating its inner defenses would entail. If there's aught I might do to aid you. The amount of titles we rack up, though. Ah, Lady Alice, my apologies. Master Alphino, has there been a change of plan? Ryanja informed me of the impending expedition. I merely came to exchange a few words with my fellow scion before he disappeared into the depths of the second coil. My favorite stealer of paints. Strife, Nocta. Though I would strenuously deny if it were she present, my sister's admiration and affection for our grandsire exceeds even my own. Upon the matter of his legacy, therefore, Alize is wont to go above and beyond the call of duty. In our grandfather's absence, she has made the salvation of Eorzea her personal crusade. 'Twas that which prompted her to brave the perils of the first coil, yet the fact that she risks her life in this manner is not the greatest of my concerns. No, it is her subsequent fixation upon my grandfather's shade that worries me most. This quest to rid the world of Bahamut must not become a quest to save a man long dead. My sister must needs have a better reason to fight. A time will come when the fate of the realm rests upon our shoulders, and when it does, we must be strong in our resolve, and certain of the stakes for which we risk all. There's a wide difference between fighting for the good of Eorzea and fighting for the love of a man who died for the good of Eorzea. Alize must choose her own path. She cannot rely on grandfather to choose it for her, for he is gone. I am glad that it is you with whom she makes this journey. If Alizé is to discover a deeper purpose, then who were better to find one than at the side of Eorzea's greatest champions? 'Twas there that I found mine, after all. Thank you for the compliment, you snarky asshole.
Yeah.
But as time passed, I was gone. Fair fortune in your endeavors, Strife and Nocta. Ah, Lieutenant Anael, was it? I would appreciate you making no mention of my presence here to my sister. Lady Alizé is due to arrive at any moment. I shall abide in confident expectation of your triumphant return.
Um,
The
the second coil of Bahamut now accessible.
Alrighty. Which is funny considering she's not here yet, but hey, it is what it is.
Yep. What shall it be? Dragoon.
Alright, so quick BRB here for a bathroom. Let me say hi to my dad now that he's home, and then we'll start the next set.
Okay. I will briefly step away to grab some snakes.
Fair enough. I have returned. Doesn't sound like Nocta is back yet. And Papa Strife says, hi, Strawberry. At first he's like, who? Who's that? But because we haven't heard from you in so long.
I return.
Welcome back. Thank you, Strawberry. Strawberry says, welcome back.
Thank you, Strawberry.
All right, second coil. Thankfully, there's only 4 of these, but are you ready?
Mm-hmm. I remember getting this one a lot for my book. Tales book.
Yeah. Yeah, just keep reminding me I dropped off the planet for a while. I'm sorry. It's not my intent. We missed you. The Black Shroud, Dalamun's Shadow. Let's go!
Mm-hmm. Cutscene. How strange. Why could we not see all this before? I suppose it is only to be expected that corrupted crystals should accompany a disturbance of this magnitude. After all, the fragment likely pierced the ground to a depth of many hundreds of yalms. The swirling ether leaking from the moon must warp the very air, creating a veil that hides these formations from view. Well, it is not as we expected this to be a straightforward task. Let's tread carefully, shall we, Strife and Nocta? 'Tis imperative that we win through to the depths of this structure and disable the mechanism that powers Bahamut's regeneration. Of course, if we should chance to encounter my grandfather upon the way, I shall not let him go again. Not while there is hope that he may yet be saved. But mayhap we should put such thoughts from our minds until after we have successfully gained entrance to the place. That opening up ahead appears a suitable point of ingress.
Yep, looks good to me.
Yep.
All we gotta do is get there.
Mm-hmm.
A lunar golem. Goodbye. Shatter.
Yep. Oh, goodness gracious. Come around, gather round, gather round.
No kill like overkill.
Indeed.
Wasn't this a small boss hard mode fight? Rafflesia.
Oh wow, survived. Thank you, motherfucker.
Not for long though.
Not for long though.
Turn 1 has ended. Do we have next?
Riley. Monkey.
Monkey. Turn 2. Breached Hall. Cutscene.
Immediate. That armor. No, it couldn't be. Be on your guard, Strife and Nocta. Though it defies all reason that he should live, I know of only one who wears such armor. He whom the Empire raised as high as the Black Wolf himself. The legatus of the 7th? Right? That's 7th?
Yep.
7th Legion. I speak of the madman who brought the meteor project to fruition. We face the White Raven, Nail Van Darnus, harbinger of the 7th Umbral era.
Nail Van Darnus? Ah, that was the name of the fool who perished upon the eve of the promised Age of Glory. It should not be uttered within these hollowed halls. Out of love for his loyal servant, the one true deity named me Nail Deus Darnus.
The one true deity? Bahamut! He speaks of Bahamut!
O Lord Bahamut, thy name is as sweet water to parched lips. How my heart swells at thy sacred touch. This blessed sanctum is the domain of my God and his beloved children. Seek to defile this glory, and you will answer to me.
Hey Dad, streaming. How is this possible? From what Alphinaud has told me, Niall was slain on the eve of the calamity. Whatever the truth of the matter, we must be on our guard. There can be no reasoning with the worshippers of a primal.
Yeah, well, I think we got a proper introduction to this place. The outer coil.
I like that we see us jump, too. That's great. We just see ourselves jump.
Hey guys. Moving to Sector 2. Moving Moving to Sector 3. Arriving at Sector 3. Moving to Sector 5. We just skipped 4, huh? Okay.
Yep.
Arriving at Sector 5. The slums? Moving to Sector 6. Arriving at Sector 6. Moving to Sector 7. Arriving Sector 7. Moving to Sector 8. Arriving at Sector 8. Snake Lady got hops, yo. Never seen.
Die.
You got hops, but your defense is shit. And out we go.
Yep.
Back to Dragoon. Turn 3. This one. Central Decks, 3,256 yards below the surface. You gotta bear in mind, I think there's like 3 feet in a yard, so that's over 9,000 feet below the surface.
I am reminded of the passages beneath Castrum Occident. You must have traveled quite some distance below the surface. More of the same tunnels. 12 be good. Surely they cannot continue all the way down from the upper floors. 'Tis difficult to see inside, but I have a terrible feeling those corridors house more of the dreadful guardians you have already faced. It is said that the Alligans excelled in the creation of chimerical beasts, and that the Red Moon teemed with 1,000 fantastical monstrosities, all to prevent the enemies of the ancient empire from releasing the Elder Primal.
Oh joy.
I wonder, the creatures that prowl these halls, could they be the beloved children of which Nail spoke? Well, this is yet another mystery to ponder upon our return. Shall we continue onwards?
Yes, let us.
We take a wrong turn.
No, not quite. Like a certain area we gotta go to.
Oh, here. Yeah. Ah, damn it.
Oh, that's a lot. Alright, now we should be able to.
Ah, yes, this one.
The Terminator? Yes, you. I remember you being a pain in the ass, too.
Alright, let's go. Oh no, there we go.
He can be a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
I know he was when I tried to run this solo.
I remember you specifically asking for help.
Yep. 7 sucks. 8 sucks too, unless you've got a good DPS output and a high enough level.
Hmm.
For the final one... Okay, I see how it's gonna be.
Hmm.
And now, back to Monk! This has just been a Monk and Dragoon run for the second set.
Yep.
This is... the hollow chart, 6,329 yards below the ground. This is another one that is like, even unsynced, it's still easy to wipe.
Wipe, yeah. That surely cannot be Talmud. Where are we?
The final resting place of Nail Van Darnus. This is a grave for the undeserving. And for the crime of trespassing upon my god's sanctuary, this place shall serve as your grave too.
No!
In the hour of his failure, Nail Van Darnus felt the currents of aether begin to bear away his essence. But before oblivion could claim the last of him, a divine will reached out, and I was born. Then did the words of my God resound in mine ears. Bring unto mine enemies crushing defeat, that they might know despair without end, and claim thee thus the victory which thou wert once denied. That's not creepy at all.
Would seem that little remained of Nail's essence when Bahamut plucked him from the brink of oblivion. And the result was this strange simulacrum. Nevertheless, her aura bespeaks great power. She challenged the rage of the Elder Primal himself.
Lord Bahamut, thy wish is my command. None shall scape thine unquenchable fury. Come, ye dull, unthinking beasts, bare your teeth. They will avail you not in the calamity to come. Back away, Alizé.
Alrighty, let's do this. There we go.
Okay. That's not the scene we left off in. Okay. I remember having to be very careful running the solo, but apparently two people, it's just like, no, fuck that.
Yep. I was planning to do my burst, and then...
Only took 8 seconds.
Yeah.
So, Alizé's Resolve. That's
We're definitely
in
missing
Northern Thanalan.
cutscenes.
Yep, so that's in Northern Thanalan, so we'll go ahead and go back to Gridania, check the cutscenes in between, because the next part should lead to the second.
Mm-hmm.
Get the in-between stuff. Alright, so we just gotta confirm what's new, what's not. Oh yeah, duh. Alright, suspend New Game Plus. Alright, so we want Realm Reborn ones. Binding Coil first turn. We'll check first cutscene just to be sure. Yep, that's the intro. This should be the break in the second one. Yep. Boss arrival, boss death, okay. Turn 2. Just want to confirm. Yep, opening the bulkhead door. Conversation with Nail. Boss arrival. Or no, actual introduction stage. Cutscene number 4 should be boss death, I believe. Let me confirm. Yep, boss death. Alright, so nothing in turn 2. Turn 3 should be arrival, boss, boss death. Yes. So then turn 4, arrival, boss death. I won't confirm. Yep. Alright, so it looks like we want second coil, turn 4, cutscene number 3.
Okay.
Oh.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Poor creature. Would that you had never been born. You had surrendered your physical form and collapsed into ether. But Bahamut denied you death and imprisoned what was little was left of you in an ethereal shell resembling what, I wonder? Images from your memory, perhaps? But that shell is now broken, and your primal deity seems disinclined to sustain your existence.
My primal deity. I kneel to no icon. What need have I to beg the favor of such filth? I am Nail Van Darnus, legatus of the 7th Legion. No, a moment. My thoughts are clouded, and this body is not mine own. Could it be that you spoke the truth? Was I ensorcelled by the Lesser Moon's ancient prisoner? That will not happen again.
You speak as if Bahamut no longer controls you, but that's impossible. Once a primal ensnares a mind, it cannot be freed. Unless Bahamut simply relinquished his claim. What need has he of a broken spirit bound for the ethereal realm?
Oh, that I should fall prey to the very influence I sought to purge from the land. The irony is galling. But do not assume that all my actions were chosen for me. It was my will that the Meteor Project be resurrected, mine and none other. Yet it seems that my grand designs were destined to fail. Even the ungentle release of death was denied me.
Nail, please. You must tell us more of the calamity. I must know the truth of what has befallen the world, and what has become of my grandfather, Archon Louisois.
You are Louisaw's grandchild. Ah, the fates are generous with their cruelty. Continue on if you would have your answers. They await you at the terminus of your path. But know that this path leads only to despair. The light of truth was ever harsh and unforgiving.
Why do you say this? Grandfather will be freed once we put a stop to Bahamut's restoration, will he not? What are you not telling us?
Steel yourself, child. Only unbending resolve and merciless strength can conquer what lies ahead. The weak can do naught but weep under the pall of their own misery, as did the frail child I once was. Silence, chattering raven. Your wretched wings are broken, and you shall soar no more. My crimson moon, your brilliance sears my eyes.
recognized that voice, Strife and Nocta, but never would he say such words. Come, let us finish what we came here to do. All will be put right when the final hulk lies dormant. Grandfather will be himself again, I'm sure of it.
And that brings us to cutscene number 4.
Yep. Bahamut regenerates more swiftly than I had anticipated. Let us hope that disabling this coil will serve to slow the process. The display seems different, but the controls appear to mimic the mechanism we found in the Lanosian Hulk. It shouldn't pose a problem. Strife, Nocta, forgive me. The moment I beheld Nail's transformation, hope wilted in my heart. I did not believe you could stand against the manifestation of Bahamut's power. For all your fabled strength and skill, I felt certain then that I was going to lose you, just as I lost my grandfather. Even he, a man for whom naught seemed impossible, was humbled before Bahamut's might. And yet look how far we have come. 'Tis incredible the feats of which we are capable, our boundless potential. 'Twas this capacity for greatness, I believe, that grandfather so dearly wished to protect. With all that has occurred, I have come to understand that much at least. Is done. But we make our way back to the surface and gather our thoughts. We have seen much that will benefit from Uriange's learned perspective. Hold that thought, Elise. Grandfather? It is you. Then why?
Abandon this quest, Alize. I will not countenance further sabotage of the coils.
Sabotage? But we must disable the coils if we are to prevent Bahamut's revival.
Your defiance seals your fate.
No. No, you are not who I thought you were. My grandfather would never.
Foolish girl. How could the White Raven allow herself to be bested by such sniveling opponents? Listen well. We all exist at the pleasure of one divine will. And the word of Lord Bahamut is absolute. Scurry back into your holes, vermin. You have been granted this one reprieve. But should you be so foolish as to crawl into my lord's domain again, I will crush the life from you myself.
light in grandfather's eyes. He has suffered the same fate as Nail.
Tear.
Yep. My grandsire is no more. That was not but a phantom that profanes his noble memory. This mockery must be expunged. I will not rest until I free grandfather's soul from Bahamut's tyranny. Do you hear me, Bahamut? Your time is at an end. Eorzea and my family will be avenged.
Dun dun dun.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, back out we go. Resume new game plus. And begin towards the final coil.
Yep.
Turn new game plus back on so I know where we're going. And I believe we're going to Northern Thanalan.
Yes.
Because I think that's where the exit brings us. I think Cerulean Processing Plant is the closest. Or Mordona. Nope. Alizé's Resolve.
Dark.
Torgal! Review the opening cutscene for the second Coil of Bahamut before accepting this quest. No. Alizé's Resolve.
Ready?
Yep.
Truly, it is wonderful to escape that stifling air and return to Northern Thanalan again, it would appear. I must thank you, Strife and Nocta. Were it not for your bravery, I strongly doubt that I would be standing here now. But you need not tarry on my account. The danger is past. Pray go on ahead and apprise Urianger of all that has occurred. I will join you anon. My thoughts are yet unruly, and I would rest here a while.
You know, this isn't exactly the best place to rest, but aside from that, pray return to the waking sands!
Yep.
You know what the sad part is I keep hearing like a little crunch like someone's eating, and I sit there and think it's like, did rain somehow sneak in?
That would be me. I went to go get snacks.
Mecha Dragon.
Hunt mount.
How's work going, Strawberry? Since you're lurking while working. Although I'm not supposed to tell anybody. Shh. Nobody heard that.
What?
Yes, good. Slow, mostly. Yeah, it is Monday, so... Imagine Monday nights or afternoons.
Ready?
The triumphant hero doth return. Thine eyes speak of the dread task's completion. The second coil now lieth dormant. Yet I sense the tidings thou bearest are not altogether glad. Pray tell me, what ill hath cast the shadow which it falleth now across thy brow? Cleaning and lurking. An old foe and an old friend. So 'twas but the ethereal shadow of Master Louisoix that Lady Alizé beheld, an unnatural conjuration in thrall to the elder primal. That the fiend should deign to choose him of all men, even in full knowledge of the shade's true nature, I would be hard-pressed to weather such a confrontation. Yet what agonies must the young mistress have endured? Such torment did she ne'er deserve. Mayhap 'twere better if Lady Alisaie did absent herself from future forays unto the coils.
I have come too far to surrender to grief, Urianger.
My lady,
I am resolved to defeat these fiends, and naught shall sway me from my path. Now let us peer more deeply into the well of our discoveries.
as you wish, my lady. By your leave, I would speak first of the coil's late guardian, Nael Vandarnus. Vandarnus was a legatus of the Garlean Empire who strove to bring about Eorzea's final destruction, only to fall even as the sixth sun did set. If thou hast heard tales of the White Raven, then it is he whom of they speak. Aye, he, I say, for Nael was for a certainty no maid. The noble house of Vandarnus, as we discovered all too late, had long safeguarded the wisdom of ancient Allag. 'Twas thus that the legatus came to learn the true nature of Dalamund, and to seek thee who employ the Red Moon as a weapon against Eorzea. But the crystal tower and the mechanisms required to command the satellite yet lay hidden beneath the ground, compelling Nael to construct a far less subtle mechanism, and in his first faltering attempts to communicate with Dalamund, he did likely rouse the satellite's slumbering prisoner. Thenceforth did the White Raven's soul belong to Bahamut.
He was fortunate indeed to acquire so powerful a thrall by chance. 'Tis little wonder he was so loath to part with him. Why let a simple thing like death deprive one of so useful a pawn? Though we may accuse him of
Bungling.
bungling Vandarnus's resurrection, I dare say Bahamut was as content to have a handmaiden as a manservant. I only hope that the two thralls we encountered were the extent of his flock. Yet I cannot help but dwell on Nael's words, those beloved children of whom he spoke. I assumed at first that he referred to the moon's beastly guardians, but should Bahamut have enslaved other mortals, we must needs remove this source of worship, otherwise our efforts to disable the coils shall be for naught.
Forgive me mine indelicacy, my lady. Thou art wise indeed to speak of expunging the primal thralls, but canst thou truly pursue a course which would cost thee thy own grandsire?
My heart and mind are as one on this matter. Grandfather's salvation can be won but by a single method, the destruction of Bahamut, and aught that might serve to sustain him. Strife, Nocta. While Urianger and I endeavor to ascertain the existence of any further thralls, I suggest you grant yourself a moment's respite. Rest assured that I will contact you the moment I have need of your
Inimitable.
immutable talents. That we have achieved so much I owe to you. I fear, however, that our trials have barely begun. You got it. Walk away only to come back a couple seconds later.
Though time had dulled the pain of thy passing, I find that I am wounded afresh. Master Louisoix, what good shall come of this unending search for knowledge and truth? Long have I believed the pursuit of such treasures to be the duty of every true Charlian. Yet when each new revelation serveth only to heap further anguish upon those whom we would fain protect, must we truly reach for more? So, you have found your resolve, dear sister. Will you now find a use for the secret, for the key that only you and I hold? Given our familial propensity for curiosity, you would do well to remember that keys may serve to seal doors as well as to unlock them, and Bahamut is a most unwelcome guest to whom the door should never have been opened. Fragments of truth!
Mm-hmm.
Man is wont to cast light wheresoever secrets lie hidden in darkness. Though that which he illuminateth seldom bringeth him joy, so it is with such unhappy truths as Bahamut's immense shadow doth conceal. Yet ever onward forgeth Mistress Alizé, undeterred by the burden of knowledge that weigheth heavy on her heart. 'Tis a perilous path she hath chosen, and a painful one. I prithee thee, Strife, Nocta, remain by her side as her valiant blade, that she might see her quest to its conclusion. Sure thing,
Strife, Nocta, it is well that you are here.
my lady. How might I serve you this day?
I have met with some difficulty in my mission, Ariane, and I should be grateful for your counsel. As you know, Bahamut's physical form is regenerating beneath the Cartano Flats, even as we speak. If we are to prevent his return, we must needs disable the 2 remaining interment hulks that sustain him. Every moment our mission is delayed, the realm is pushed closer to the brink of destruction. Alas, though I have determined the locations of the fragments of Dalamud leading to the hulks, I have been unable to find a way to enter them.
And gaining admittance is but the first step in your perilous undertaking. When last thou descended into Bahamut's subterranean fastness, thou didst discover, didst thou not, that the dread primal had bound the shade of Nael Vandarnus unto his will? And though thou didst consign the fallen legatus to blessed oblivion, thou mayest recall that the piteous wretch was not alone. Doubt not but that Bahamut's other thralls seek to hinder thy passage.
You can say his name, Ariane. I have not forgotten that my grandfather is waiting for us.
My lady, I would remind you, as I must oft remind myself, that the man whom we both love and revered is no more. What remaineth is but a shade which defileth his memory. The vile verbiage that spilleth from his lips must not be heeded, for it cometh not from your grandsire, but from Bahamut himself.
You need not worry, Ariane. Come what may, I will not stray from the course. I will not let grandfather's sacrifice be in vain. But mere words will not take us whither we must go. As I said, I have been unable to find a way to enter the fragments of Dalamud.
My lady, might I suggest that you visit the fragments again in Strife and Noctis' company? Full oft hath the warrior of light set events in motion by virtue of his presence alone. 'Tis possible that they may do so again. I, the while, shall search for answers of mine own. By our efforts combined, full sure am I that the path shall be revealed to us ere long.
Were it anyone else, I should question the wisdom of such advice, yet I cannot deny that what you say about Strife and Nocta are true. Very well, I shall do as you suggest. Assuming you have no objections, of course. Good. Now we seek entry to 2 fragments of Dalamud. One lies at the Burning Wall in eastern Thanalan, and the other at the Singing Shards in Mordona. I left an assistant at each location with instructions to continue searching for a means of ingress. It is not impossible that they could have found something useful to us. Let us begin by visiting my man at the Burning Wall. Dex, I think it was.
Nod.
Okay.
Alright, outside I go to teleport to the Burning Wall, or at least Eastern Thanalan.
Yep.
Arianche tongue is hard.
Is it as hard as a Battaron?
Almost as bad. Almost. He speaketh in such crazy tongue.
Yeah. Chair.
Sanawa. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. At least this area is bright enough that everything around here doesn't seem as bright
Yeah.
with the corrupted crystals.
The burning wall. There.
I say, are you not Master Eclipse and Mistress Nocta, my lady's most faithful companion? Sinus, sir, at your service, and may I say what an honor it is to meet you.
How goes the survey, Decus?
My lady, it shames me to say that I have found no viable path to the fragment. Though it stands there before our very eyes, the way thither has thus far proven impassable. When the fragment fell and pierced the land, it caused a prodigious amount of aether to spew forth. 'Twas this that gave rise to the land's twisted lay, which seems destined to thwart our efforts. Even were an opening to exist, I fear that we would struggle to reach it.
We cannot give up. Keep trying. So near, yet so far. Well, it avails us not to stand here and stare at the thing. Let us away to Mordona and try the other fragment. Perhaps Sinus has fared better.
Nod. Upon that note, my lady, there is something I must tell you. I'm sorry to report that I lost contact with my brother just over a bell ago. As you know, the singing shards are home to many fell creatures, ogres among them.
Garden for dinner.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
While I do not wish to cause you undue alarm, I fear something unspeakable may have happened to Dex.
What? Why didn't you give me strength? We must hurry to my assistant's aid, Nocta. And Strife. I almost forgot to add that. Whoopsies.
Whoopsie! 2 more donuts! Since I find it on the list, there's so much. Zoo. Zoo. A zoo.
Mecha Dragon.
Mecha Dragon. Roar. Godzilla, eat your heart out. We must aid the assistant.
Yep.
We must aid Alice's aid. Aid the aid. Thank you, adventurer. For a moment there, I feared that my bones were about to be ground up and used to bake bread.
I'm relieved to see that you are unharmed. It was wrong of me to press such a dangerous task upon you.
My lady, your worries are wasted on me. 'Twas nothing at all, I assure you. If it please you, I shall report on my findings. As you can see, though the tip of the fragment is exposed, the rest is encased in rock and crystal, rendering it impossible to enter the structure. We might try excavating the area around the fragment, but that is like to take time, and there really is no telling how deep we may need to dig before we find a suitable point of ingress. As such, I am forced to conclude that gaining entry to this fragment is unrealistic. Forgive me, my lady.
Confound it. We are losing precious time. What do we do now? Ring, ring, ring.
'Tis I, Oriange. Glad tidings have I for thee and my lady. For a blessing, a way hath been found by which thou mayest enter the remaining fragments of Dalamund. Pray escort Mistress Alizade to the cerulean processing plants in northern Thanalin. There all shall be made clear. Yeah, so we gotta go to northern Thanalin. We found a way in. You down?
Urionte has found a way? Then we must go to him at once.
Nod.
Nod.
Back to northern Thanalin.
Yep.
Teleportation!
Whee!
Ariane, what are you doing out of the waking sands? Who brought you here? Did you ask for permission? Who's watching you?
Dost thou have permission to be here?
Did Doth ask Lady Minfilia for permission to exit the premises?
Yeah.
Mine apologies for summoning you thus from afar, my lady, but 'tis here that your journey may finally begin.
I did wonder. To my knowledge, there are no fragments in northern Thenline.
Nor are you mistaken, my lady, yet a pathway doth exist, one which you yourself had made use of in the past. At the conclusion of your several forays into the binding coil, 'twas at the crystal formation which lieth to the north of this place that you did emerge, was it not?
Yes, an ethereal stream bore us back to the surface. That much I had surmised. Are you suggesting that we can use it to return underground? And even if that were possible, would it not simply bear us back to those places which we have already explored?
It need not, my lady. Pray allow me to explain. Upon the evidence of your experience, it seemeth plain that two internment hulks may share the self-same ethereal egress. From this, we did infer that others may be connected in likewise. Thus did we labor long to verify the existence of further tributaries to the self-same stream, in which task we were at length successful. 'Twas then but a matter of arriving at a solution to the problem of traveling to an unattuned destination. That one might reach what we may call the headwater, we propose to employ a modified aetherite which serveth to amplify such ripples as do originate from said source. By focusing one's essence upon these ripples, it should be possible to make the journey. Yet be fairly warned, my lady. As with all untried modes of ethereal travel, this method entails considerable danger. Merely to attempt the voyage could cost you your life.
That is a risk that I'm willing to take. You are brilliant, Urionje. But I am curious. Did you have assistance in forming this plan? I could not help but noticing your repeated use of the word we, unless you have taken to using the majestic plural in our absence.
Nay, my lady, as you have correctly surmised, I was not alone in this endeavor.
Meaning there are others who are aware of our mission. Well, it cannot be helped now. Preventing Bahamut's return is what matters. If some secrecy must be sacrificed to achieve our goal, then so be it. Nod.
So the exit is the entry point. Torgal and Shiva horse.
Torgal.
Torgal.
Torgal. Ready?
Yep.
So that must be the modified aetherite. But what are the immortal flames doing here?
Those men may be sworn flames of Uldar, but they are first and foremost faithful retainers of House Levelur.
Alphino! So it was you who was helping Uriel and Jay.
Who else could it have been, dear sister? Lest you wonder, I have no intention of making the details of your venture public. Like you, I would prefer to avoid causing a panic. But given that which is at stake, namely the survival of the realm, one must be willing to accept help when it is offered. Would you not agree? At the very least, do not be cross with Urianger. 'Twas at my behest that he kept silent.
We will speak later.
Pray forgive me, my lady, but knowing full well your intent, I judged it meet that Master Alphino be informed. Though your grandsire hath become Bahamut's thrall, his noble blood courseth yet through both your veins, and if he must needs be struck down.
Do you hear that, Alphino? I mean to strike down grandfather, and when I have done so, I shall banish Bahamut to the ether. Nothing you say will sway me from my course. I will protect Eorzea, and I will uphold grandfather's legacy.
Grandfather's legacy? So you still do not know what you yourself desire. Your actions are still driven by borrowed resolve.
Borrowed resolved? What does that have to do with anything? Protecting Eorzea was grandfather's goal, and we made it ours, both of us. That is why we came here, unless you have forgotten.
God forbid I should ever forget, Alize, but you misunderstand. I do not question your resolve, only whence it came. If it were your own, you would be able to tell me precisely why you desire so fervently to protect Eorzea. Yet you cannot, for it is not your resolve, but grandfather's. You may struggle to see the difference, but borrowed resolve shall never be as strong as that which springs from within. But let us speak of this another time. For now, preventing Bahamut's return is all that matters. To be plain, I have no objection of striking down whatever is left of grandfather. Know, however, that I will be accompanying you this time. As a son of House Leveleur, I would be present for his final moments.
Very well. You may join us, on one condition. I make the decisions. He's like, okay.
If it please, my lady, the name's Erkenrad. Our preparations are just about complete. When you're ready to embark on your mission, just give me the word. I'll be waiting for you at the cerulean processing plant.
Pay no heed to my brother. You can rely on me. We have come far together, you and I, and together we shall see our journey to its end. Back to the cerulean processing plant. Oh.
Tiger! Armor Tiger! White Tiger! Tiger Zord power! I've been waiting for you, Master Eclipse and Mistress Nocta. I'm pleased to say that the Aetherite's primed and ready. As you know, the remaining internment hulks are connected to fragments in Eastern Thonolin and Mordona. It's to the former that we'll be sending you first. Now, you'll be starting inside the hulk, meaning you won't have to cover so much ground. The drawback being that you'll be fighting for your life from the moment you get there. Best be prepared for anything, for my lady's sake, if not your own. And that's about all I can tell you. When your preparations are in order, just give me the word and I'll send you on your way. I may even throw in a prayer for your speedy return, just to be on the safe side. Final Coil of Bahamut.
Now accessible.
Now accessible.
Yippee!
Yippee!
what shall be the first class? Ooh, Black Mage.
Alright. So we'll do another quick break here because my dad's finally out of the bathroom, so I can use it.
Okay.
And I can check to see what dinner is because he made mention about doing homemade subs, so I'm curious if that's still the case.
Gotcha, gotcha.
So, BRB.
Alrighty. Hmm.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you. The plan is still to do subs. He's just trying to figure out something.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Final coil. Okay, so there's 4 turns to this, so... I think this is one of the first one. No, it's not this one, but I think it's the next one. That just, it's minimum much easier to do with 2 people. Central decks, 4,560 yards below the surface. And we're here with the twins.
Yep.
So this is how it looks on the inside.
This interment Hulk still functions. The teleportation was a success. We are come to the right place. There's no telling how much further Bahamut has regenerated since we last beheld him. Let us make haste to the main bridge and deactivate the coil.
Nod.
Yep. Affirmative. There were
Receptacles.
receptacles similar to these in the previous Hulk. Those held chimerical beasts, but only the Alligans know what other abominations may be sleeping within. They may well be a part of Dalamud's internal defenses. We must stay on our guard at all times. Okie dokie.
Okay, day. Dun, 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 dun.
I don't think we can avoid making these. Whee!
Achoo. Technically, we can sneak by these if we're careful enough, but...
No. Oh well. Come here. I wish to AoE all of you. There we go. There's one. There's 2.
There's 2.
Very nice.
Biostores, neurokinetic link up. This is another one I think is a pain in the ass because I think at some points he goes invulnerable until he completes a shit ton of attacks.
Yeah. Alrighty. Let's do this. Nope. Fuck you.
Fuck that noise. At the very least, I know it was a pain in the ass when I ran my alts through here for tomes.
Yeah.
Cutscene.
Cutscene.
Huh?
By the 12 dragons, and so many. We were aware that the Alligans possessed the means to control the creatures, but to imprison them thus is barbaric. I would not wish such a fate upon my worst enemy. 'Tis plain that no love was lost between the Alligans and the dragons. But was it truly necessary to keep so great a number here? Dalmo did not want for defenses. This we have experienced firsthand. Such guardians as the Alex, created both living and unliving, were surely no less capable of repelling intruders than these poor creatures.
Tell me something, Alize. Have you not managed to determine by whose will Bahamut exists?
No, I have not. At first I assumed that Bahamut had no people of his own, that the Alligans had perhaps discovered a way to simulate prayer itself. However, Nail's words gave me cause to reconsider, specifically the Shade's mention of Bahamut's beloved children. From that I inferred that the primal is given form by the will of worshippers, whom we have yet to... Oh. God strike me down for a blind fool. Bahamut's beloved children, right there before my very eyes. How could I be so stupid? Who else but the dragons of Eld would summon Bahamut? Who else but they could sustain him? And to think I wondered why the Alex kept them imprisoned here.
Even should the flame of Bahamut's life go out, his faithful children would summon him back. For this reason, the Alligan Empire kept an army of dragons here in perpetual state of duress, that they might sustain the primal's existence. Truly, the Alligan's ingenuity knew no bounds, and neither did their cruelty.
Small wonder that Bahamut was so enraged. Let no one deny that it was man who sowed the seeds of the calamity.
Will you now turn your hatred towards your own kind, dear sister?
Do not patronize me, Alphino. I merely acknowledge her guilt. Lest you be in any doubt, I have no intention of allowing Bahamut to lay the world to waste, regardless of the atrocities the Alligans committed against his kind. We have no choice but to eliminate all who worship him, be they his children or his thralls. It seems reasonable to assume that the system responsible for the primal's regeneration is also responsible for sustaining the captive dragons. If we disable it, all should perish. Let us press on. And we're just standing there, just letting them have a conversation. We're just like, okay.
Yeah, why not?
Just, okay, talk it out, you guys.
We're just gonna sit here and enjoy this little break.
Get out the tombstones. Alrighty, what's number 2? El Scholar.
Le Scala. Now this is the one that gets to be fun.
Ah, yes, the part with 2 branching pathways. You take one, I take the other.
Yep. Regeneration grid, 6,835 yards.
Jeez. Alrighty, which way do you want? I'll let you have first dibs.
I'm on the left, so I'll go left.
Alright, I'll go right. Keep our directions, or do you want to switch?
Let's switch.
Alrighty, I'll go left, you go right. See ya.
See you later, bye!
Oh boy. Whee!
Just reading my book.
Ah, yes.
Well, don't you look so pretty?
Got it.
Bye-bye. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
We're cutscenes.
Nocta just hanging out in the background on my screen.
Yep, it's Strife.
Taking her sweet time.
Yep.
Huh? Why, this looks like...
A model of Dalamud, yes. For millennia, Bahamut must have gazed at this unchanging view. Trapped inside a prison that was scarcely large enough to contain him. Unable to move, denied the release of death, how his hatred for men must have burned. And that hatred found an ideal vessel in Nail Van Darnus. In many ways, Bahamut is to be pitied, not loathed. But knowing the true extent of his fury, I am more convinced than ever of the necessity of our endeavor. Besides, his is not the only soul that cries out for vengeance.
Nocta finally picks up the pace.
Yeah. Ready, number 3! What shall it be? Halidin.
Gods, he is almost whole again.
Oh, it's
Hey, this one's
voiced!
spoken.
Voiced! Oh, cool!
We can relax.
Yippee!
Main bridge, 8,872 yards.
Oh, dear lord.
His size is staggering. I can scarce imagine how grandfather stood against such a monstrosity.
This cannot be allowed to proceed any further. Let us disable the coil and move on.
Bink.
Grandfather? No, that man is dead. I will not dishonor my beloved grandsire's memory by calling you such. You are but his twisted shape, thrall of a mad primal.
You were foolish to disregard my warning, child. Are you so convinced of your own righteousness?
'Tis the rightness of our path that led us to return. Eorzea will never be safe whilst Bahamut remains to threaten all we hold dear. What of the hero who gave his life in defense of the realm? Do you truly dispute the justice of our cause?
My poor, ignorant grandchildren. Your world is shaped by naught but recent conflict. Listen, and I will speak to you of justice. 'Twas in the twilight of the Third Astral Era. The southern land of Mericidia suffered invasion at the hands of the Alagon Empire. With no atrocity too depraved for their purpose, the forces of Alec were unstoppable in their advance. Desperate for salvation, the dragons prayed to one of their first brood, to their ancestor Bahamut. Infused by the power of their fervent supplications, Bahamut arose from the abyss of death and took wing as the Mericidians' newborn god. Yet this great miracle would only serve to further the maniacal designs of the dragon's imperial conquerors, the cruel fetters which bind my lord as a testament to the Alagon's boundless greed and hubris. I once summoned the 12 in an attempt to forestall the advent of the 7th Umbral Era. What then did the dragons of Mericidia do that I did not? Wherefore are they accursed and I exalted? 'Tis man's overweening belief in his own primacy that blinds him to the commonness of his condition and the truth of his own tyranny. As long as man is suffered to remain, the dragons shall never be at peace. Only when the plague of people has been expired shall the children of Lord Bahamut be free. Then shall the world know true justice.
Stop it! Grandfather would never say such things. His belief that people were worth saving never faltered. He had faith in their strength, that they could stand together and push back against the darkness seeking to shape them.
A false hope. 'Tis folly to place one's faith in so flawed a race. Stand together? Huh. They would first need to agree on which direction to face. If history teaches us anything, it is that man cannot find common ground between his own 2 feet. Even you, twins whose veins run with the same blood, struggle to fathom each other's reasoning. You hide your differing agendas behind the convenient banner of Eorzea's salvation. Given your obvious self-interest, can you truly claim no kinship with the Alagon? And though I hope they might bring you closer, 'twould seem that the twin grimoires I bestowed upon you were a wasted gesture.
There may well be truth in your judgment of Alize and me, but such a one-sided tirade bemoaning the evils of man rings false, coming from the lips of Archon Louisoix. Tell me, do you champion the cause of dragons because Bahamut compels you as his thrall? Or is it because you yourself have transcended the limits of man's existence?
Ah, so the possibility did not escape your notice. What I prayed for, and what must needs take them by force. Come, rend this divine form asunder and claim your answers.
But I thought... He has become a primal?
It is difficult, I know, but you must accept it. That entity is no phantom or imposter. It is our beloved grandsire.
Please, for his sake and for ours, you must defeat our grandfather.
Nod.
Yep, nod. Draw a weapon. Screech!
And Louis Saw has become Phoenix.
Yep, alrighty. No! Oh no!
Yep. His fire is instant death. I was hoping I could be close enough to attack him.
I got it. I rezzed you and I got it. Da, 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 da.
Yuritashi Wakatasai. That was funny.
Just, oh!
Told you it was still possible to die.
You are correct. And I know it's possible to die on this last one, too.
Alright, so what I'm going to suggest, just real quick.
Yes.
We'll go back to Ulda, because I believe there's one other cutscene to that I don't want to get lost in translation before going into the final turn.
Agreed.
And then we can just do it from queue in from here.
Yeah.
Although in reality, well, no, it would work for me, but not for you. Like, I have this at my house. I could just go to my house and do this, but... Alright, so... Oh. New game plan, suspend... Don't tell me I can't suspend it. Suspend, thank you, okay. And... Confirm. Cutscene 2 was the death, right? Yeah. Cutscene 2 was death. Yeah, there were 2 other cutscenes that we didn't get access to. No, 3.
3.
Alright, so cutscene 3 is where we're going to start for this.
Alright.
Grandfather is truly gone this time. But better it end this way than the alternative.
I am yet here, Alice, my dear, sweet granddaughter.
Grandfather?
I must thank you, warrior of light. Without your valor, I might never have broken free of Bahamut's control. The These last few moments are mine, to live as the man I once was.
This is all that I wanted. Yet, now that it is happening, I find myself struggling to believe it. Is it really you?
Grandfather, pray forgive me my insolence. It was not my intent to demean you.
Forgive you? I am proud of you, child. You were wise enough to deduce the manner of creature I had become. Alfino, Alize, if any here should beg forgiveness, it is I.
Grandfather, I must ask, will you not tell us what befell during the calamity?
Yes, yes, of course. You have come far to hear the truth. Let us then begin the tale at the Battle of Cartano, where clashed the forces of the Garlean Empire and the Eorzean Alliance. 'Twas there in the sky above the surging armies that the elder primal Bahamut broke free of the Red Moon Dalamut. In an effort to contain this avatar of destruction, I called upon the 12 to aid me in the creation of a prison of ether. But Bahamut would not be caged by such feeble bars. Too vast was his might, too fierce his rage. Little choice remained to me. I used the last of my strength to entrust our hope unto the future, and prepared to meet my end.
So that leaves to cutscene number 4.
Cutscene number 4.
Just an actual cinematic. I'm picking up right where the intro movie for ARR left off.
Yep.
Pretty much. It's like he prayed for salvation and rebirth, so with that, and then summoning the Aether and the 12 around him and everything, I think that's when he ended up becoming Phoenix to rebirth the realm. At least that's what I think. So it's like the Aether around him, plus his prayer to rebirth the realm, damn near dying, and then basically passing through that all in that Aether and everything, I think is what caused him to rebirth into a primal. That should move us to cutscene number 5.
Yep. Number 5.
As you have no doubt surmised, I did not perish. When the cage built from the essences of the 12 was destroyed, the sky was filled with a colossal cloud of ether. This drifting energy responded to the prayers of those fighting below, and to my own desperate wish that the dying realm be saved by infusing me with the power of a primal. I became the immortal phoenix, ancient symbol of rebirth. Rising into the sky, I struck Bahamut with all my newfound strength. The blow shattered his earthly form, and a shower of ether rained down upon the land. Thus began the rejuvenation of Eorzea. Believing the deed done, I relinquished my hold on that staggering energy, desirous that it should be returned to the realm without delay. But I had not reckoned on Bahamut's tenacious will. Even as he teetered upon the cusp of oblivion, the dragon reached out to claim me. Alas, within my fast fading form, enough remained of the Phoenix's energy to offer Bahamut a hold, and he dragged me along in his wake.
And thus began your existence as the Elder Primal's thrall.
I cannot help but wonder at his will to survive. Though he was all but obliterated, Bahamut found a way to seize the power you surrendered. That would explain why part of his physical form survived to be entombed underground.
It would also explain why Eorzea was so terribly warped. Even as the land sought to restore itself, the returning flow of ether was cut off.
Very good. When his non-existence was once again secured, Bahamut did not cease his feast until he had consumed every last mote of ether that yet floated in the air.
And still he was not fully restored.
You must remember that by this time, much of the freed ether had already returned to the land. That which remained was not sufficient to reconstruct so massive a form in its entirety. But there did not need to be. Not for a being sustained by the marvels of Allagan technology. As long as some piece of Bahamut persists, the Coils will seek it out and continue their regenerative task. The fragments of Dalamud appear motionless from the surface, but deep beneath the ground they had been searching, tunneling through rock and soil towards their escaped prisoner. And, as you have observed for yourselves, they found his heart. Warrior of Light, heed me. You must put a stop to Bahamut's regeneration, whether it be for man or for dragonkind. The question of justice is irrelevant. The Elder Primal will leave naught but a smoldering wasteland for both his children and ours. I beg you to defend Eorzea and guide its people to the future they yet struggle to find.
Nod.
Yep. You got it.
This portal will take you to the final internment hall. 'Tis time for the tale of Bahamut and his part in the calamity to come to an end. Alvino, Alize, pray, come closer. Your hopes and dreams must no longer be an extension of mine. You must needs find your own reason to fight for this realm, your own meaning in this sea of chaos. Will you do that for me?
Of course, Grandfather. I have already made it my mission to see this newborn Eorzea survive and flourish.
Alize, while I was yet enthralled to Bahamut, you spoke of my faith in man's strength. Know that your words reached me, imprisoned though my soul still was. So forceful was your conviction. I wonder if that belief has not become your own. Perhaps, after all your anger and sorrow was spent, you found something greater within you. See this fight to its culmination. 'Tis also your strength in which I have faith.
Thank you for everything. Pray, take your rest, Grandfather. You deserve it.
There are records of an art that allowed one to summon the power of a primal from the essence of its demise. And though I am no true primal, all that I have left, I give to you. Alphino, Alize, my darling grandchildren. May light's blessings ever keep and protect you.
You ever feel like you're just intruding on a tender moment?
Yep.
Just standing in the background there?
Come, warrior of light. Our task remains undone.
Nod. There we go.
There we go. Let's go ahead and resume New Game Plus from here.
Gonna step away from all that. New Game Plus. Resume. Willie, get back. Get.
The irony. The irony.
So D&D got canceled.
All right. Well, that just means we can go a little longer.
Yep.
We could, depending on queue times, we might be able to get through the Crystal Tower series. I don't recall the cutscenes on that one being too long. All right, so I get the Dragoon, the final coil.
Dragoon.
the irony.
Isn't that what you started it as?
Yep, and the fact that I'm taking a dragon fighting born class.
Yep.
To
deal with Bahamut.
All right. The last round, then a few cutscenes,
and then done.
And then then the coils are done. The burning heart.
Shut it down. Shut it down.
lest we reach its end. Farewell, Bahamut. I banish you back to the ether.
And cue something bad happening.
Sad part is Mama Strife really likes Bahamut, so I can like picture her saying and being like, "No, leave Bahamut alone."
Yeah. Yep. And there's something bad happening.
He is not yet whole. I did not think him capable.
Oh no.
Alize! Alize!
I had thought it finally over. I will not survive another blast. No. Is this how I honor my promise to grandfather?
You must needs find your own reason to fight for this realm. Your own meaning in this sea of chaos. Will you do that for me?
I will, grandfather. In fact, I believe I already have. That reason has been with me all along, guiding me. Eorzea's blade of light, shearing through endless shrouds of darkness. I have been shown the miraculous feats of which we are all capable, of which I am capable. Bahamut, you have wreaked enough havoc. I will not let your wrathful fires consume all that we know and love.
Yeah, that's right now.
Long I have waited to hear you say that. You have found your resolve at last. Let me join my strength to yours. In this place, in this moment, our purpose has become one. Future of Eorzea!
That's a good tank LB3.
Warrior of light, you must destroy Bahamut's crystal core.
Let's go. I like that it still shows 8, even though, although there's only 2
Even
of
though it's
us.
just 2?
Yeah. Yeah, it still shows 8.
We're on a budget. We showed 8 lights, but we couldn't animate 8 people in here.
Yeah. Hi, Bahamut.
What a tale.
Hi, Bahamut. Well, nice knowing ya.
Bahamut Prime.
Alrighty, let's do this. Yeah! Woo! I was able to get through my entire melee combo.
Sorry to make you look like such a bitch, Bahamut, but
Maybe if we did an ultimate, he wouldn't be such a bitch, but that's an ultimate. And we don't got the time for that shit. Woo!
Final Coil of Bahamut complete.
11 seconds. Leave. Yes, I would like to leave. Oh, hey, look, cutscene.
You did it.
Easily.
Surprisingly easily. Now shut the thing off. Turn it off. Turn it off now. Now would be a good time.
Stop and
But one task
stare.
remains. With this last coil disabled, there shall be naught left to bind Bahamut to this world. His beloved children will finally know peace.
Guys.
Ah, blinded by the light.
Yep.
Tis done. He is truly gone. You knew, didn't you? You knew what Grandfather had become.
I was not certain, but from all I had gleaned, it seemed a distinct possibility. The scene people describe of the Battle of Cartano was one of unimaginable devastation, and 'tis through the combined prayers of the desperate and an abundant source of ether that primals are born. I merely put two and two together.
And you consider that a sufficient explanation? Well, however you stumbled across your theory, 'twas this revelation that made you wary of my attachment to Grandfather. You feared that in my obsession, I would fall under his primal sway. Is that why you decided to join us? To pull me back should I show signs of wavering?
Pray forgive me, sister. I wished only to protect you. Yet I see now that I needn't have doubted the strength of your conviction. May I ask you a question? What do you now intend to do with the truth you have uncovered?
Which particular truth was that, brother? The fact that desperate prayer gave rise to the primal phoenix? That this new god was responsible for setting Eorzea on the path to rebirth? Should such a tale become common knowledge, people would soon offer up their prayers in earnest. They would beseech Phoenix to complete the healing that was begun.
Yet as you and I know all too well, the very act of calling forth this savior would do more harm to the land than good. We cannot encourage such worship for this very reason. Were Grandfather forced to return as an ether-draining primal, it would undo all that he had worked to protect. Your abiding love for him was the key that unlocked the truth of the calamity. But keys may also serve to seal doors that were best left unopened. Let your love now guide your actions, and lock away deep inside the fate of both Grandfather and Bahamut.
Fear not, Alfino. I understand what must be done. The realm need not know the truth for it to be saved. That the Elder Primal is banished, to return no more. That is enough. Let us make our way back to the surface. Poor Oriange must be beside himself with worry.
Woo! Yippee! Yippee! Yippee!
Alright, so...
I feel like we're missing cutscenes, or is it?
We'll double check real quick. It never hurts at this time, especially since we're right here.
Yeah. It's a lot of discontinue, continue, discontinue, continue.
Alright, so...
Duty, ARR, Bahamut. So it was...
Cutscene 3 is the only one there. And that is the one that we just watched, so we're
Okay,
progressing
good.
onward to Alizé's path.
Yippee! Never hurts to be sure.
Yeah. Yep, just the way we know. Alright, so re-engage New Game Plus.
It has been
Step away from the
re-engaged.
counter. And from here, we gotta go back to Northern Thanalan.
Yep. Omega.
Le Shiva. I don't need to view the opening cutscene.
Nope.
What?
Alright, ready?
Mm-hmm.
And here we are again. After that descent into darkness, the desolation of northern Thanalan seems paradisal? Paradisal?
Paradiesel.
As promised, I shan't reveal the truth of the calamity to a single soul. However, the nations of Eorzea will require certain assurances that the threat of a new primal is gone. Kept in the dark over long, 'tis only a matter of time before they seek answers of their own accord. Let us recommend that the fragments of Dalamud are sealed off, that the truth may rest undisturbed. But first we must go and report to Oriange, if not due to keep him in suspense. I dare say we shall find him pacing up and down at the Ceruleum processing plant. Here we go.
Let's go.
Share.
Let's go tell Uncle.
Oriange. Cutscene.
Ah, the warrior of light returneth, undimmed from the depths of darkness. By thy triumphant bearing, I take it thou hast succeeded in thy mission, and yet thou art alone. Mistake me not, dear friend, full glad am I of thy safe return. But where, pray, are Master Alphino and Mistress Alizé? Here, my friend. Forgive us our lateness, we took the scenic route.
Bahamut is no more, the realm is safe.
By the heavens, look at you. What horrors your young eyes must have seen, what suffering your young bodies must have borne. Pray tell me, where are you hurt? Your wounds must needs be cleansed and dressed at once. I shall make for you a poultice which draweth out.
Be at ease, my friend. We are heal and whole, I assure you. We took a few tumbles, but the worst of our hurts are healed. I believe we have grandfather to thank for that.
Master Louisoix. Then you met with him once more. But wherefore should Bahamut's thrall seek to ease your suffering?
I promise to reveal all to you in due course, dear friend, but first there is a matter which requires our immediate attention. Now that Bahamut is defeated, we deem it best to bar entry to all the fragments of Dalamud. To this end, we will convince the nation's leaders that the danger is past and invite their cooperation in ensuring that the fragments are never again disturbed. Come, let us depart and seek an audience with them forthwith.
A moment, sister. You need not burden yourself with this task. Oriange and I will more than suffice. Why you not take this opportunity to rest? The gods know you have earned it.
But I am fine, brother. Besides, you have been through as much as I have. Oh, I see now. You would play your game of diplomacy and wish me out of the way.
No, I naught could be further from the truth, Alizé. My lady, 'tis mine earnest belief that your brother has your best interest at heart. You have more than done your part, and he desireth but to relieve you of a burden he might easily bear alone. I have some experience treating with dignitaries, you must allow, and as you never fail to remind me of my fondness for diplomacy, I feel it only right that I remind you of your aversion to
Mm. Her face.
it. Then it is settled, Urianger. Pray make arrangements for a chocobo carriage. The ride should give us ample time to prepare our story. Alvinu!
Hey! Though our paths are different, we share the same goal, do we not?
But of course, dear sister. That which we have just achieved together stands as testament to that fact. Whatever path we choose to take, our heart shall ever lead us to the same end. Of that I am certain.
Thank you. There's a place that I would visit. Might I ask you to accompany me?
Nod.
Yeah. Yeah, your clothes are kind of a mess, girl. But first, I do believe a change of garments is in order. It won't take a moment. The landscape is the same. Of course, there's no reason that it would be otherwise. Though it would be poetic for the fragments to magically disappear, I am well aware that they shall remain long after you and I are gone. The world may change irrevocably, but life shall ever go on. Let us take a closer look, shall we? Sure.
Nod.
I have no doubt that Alphino will do an admirable job concealing the truth of the calamity. And such truths as were revealed in those dark depths will never see the light of day. I myself agree that it must be so. Nope, why are you looking at me like that, girl? But the thought that the people of Eorzea shall forever remain ignorant of their savior, of your deeds, the injustice of it is almost too much for me to bear. Girl, you're fine. It's fine. I don't need the recognition. How typical of you, Strife and Nocta. Ever the hero and heroine. Even so, I cannot deny that I feel better for your reassurance. But I want you to know that I will never forget. You are the one who freed Grandfather's soul and saved Eorzea from Bahamut's wrath. And though these great deeds will never be remembered in song, their consequences will be felt forevermore by every soul who calls this realm home. You got it. Nod.
A double nod.
Double nod. Yep. Just Alize and her scary dog privilege, don't mind her.
Yep.
Yes, this spot will do. For Grandfather, Nail, and the dragons of Mericidia. For all those who were taken by the calamity. And there it goes, swept away by the wind. At long last, our struggle with Bahamut is over.
Little do you know, 4 expansions later.
Yeah, I know, right? Realm given new life through the prayers and sacrifices of countless souls may look to a brighter tomorrow. When the dust of our adventure has settled, I shall embark on a journey. I mean to find my own reason to fight for Eorzea. And when I do, I will fight with all my being. Nod. You have done so much for me, Strife and Nocta. One day I hope to be able to repay you in kind. I have no doubt that you will continue to help those in need and grow ever stronger in so doing. I shall endeavor to do the same. And if the 12 are kind, I hope one day to become Eorzea's sword in the darkness, as you are. Come what may, you may rest assured that I will not be outdone by Alphino.
Good luck.
Good luck! When next we meet, I promise that I will not disappoint you. Till that day, fare you well, my friend, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. See you in, checks watch. Coast to Evans Ward. Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.
And we go the other way.
That's the last we see of Alizé for an expansion and a half, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Woo! We did it! Yippee!
And that's the coil section.
Yippee! We did it!
Alright, so you said D&D is canceled, so I'm assuming that
Yes.
means you have longer.
I do have longer, yes.
So now here's the question. Do you want to press on to the next part, which would be the Crystal Tower series?
I guess it depends, because I know that, you said that your dad was looking into dinner.
Well, it's homemade sub, so I can eat on the go.
Fair. And my food is here. I have Olive Garden. I just need to go out and get it from the table.
So, well, here's what I'm suggesting then. What if we... Because I wasn't sure if D&D was going to be canceled, so I only did my episode title to cover coils. So what if we stop or end stream for now? Give a little break so this way you can eat, and then if you want to do a secondary stream to try and get through the coils or the Crystal Tower, that can be its own separate thing, so it's just that content.
Mm-hmm.
And then this way you also have a chance to eat without leaving anybody on waiting.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Okay.
And then this way you can also see if you even feel like doing another one after you finish eating.
Yeah, which I might... There is a chance that I might not.
Well, get some food in your system and see how you feel from there.
Yep, that's the plan.
This way we don't have to worry about, like, being started up in the middle of something and just be like, nah. You know?
Yeah. For now, I will take Nocta back over to Genova.
Yep. Alright. So, yeah, you guys heard it here. We may be back for a secondary stream today to cover the Crystal Tower series. We may not, but at the very least, we have the entirety of the coils, and it only took us about 4 hours with breaks and everything. So, that's not horrible. I mean, maybe so, considering we unsynced it.
Yeah.
So, alright, so we might be back here in a little bit. Let Nocta a chance to get food. Hopefully, maybe I'll get my food too. And we'll see if we can knock out the Crystal Tower series, since that is important for the Shadowbringers content.
Yes.
So, either we'll be back tonight, and if not, hopefully we'll be back next Monday, as long as Nocta's feeling up for it. Mm-hmm. So,
yep.
Till next time, whether it be tonight or next time, we'll see you guys later.
Yep. Thank you guys so much. Hopefully we'll be back this Friday with more Chrono Trigger as well. So, there's that. And then hopefully I'll be back with Stellaris for Saturdays with Rain. And then, yeah. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.